Hello and welcome to Rule of Thirds, a conversation about art, design and culture with your hosts
Burns,
Mike
and Jude.
If this is your first time listening, welcome to the family. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram at Rule of Thirds Pod. Don't be shy to say hi.
A question about the arts and the craft. If you didn't know, then it's good that you asked. You tune into the culture. This the Rule of Thirds. If you want to, you could tune at work, yeah. And tell me, does that frame fit good? Does it feel right? You want to steal a photo for your website, but you want a logo we can design, right? Yeah.
This week, many segues. The Elizabeth line, the people running our country, healthy creative environments, and funding for the creative industry. Enjoy. Hello.
Oh my god.
Welcome back.
Welcome to the Rule of Thirds experience.
Yeah.
Experience. You know? Whoa.
Where's the marijuana?
Nah, we don't promote that. Well, certain man do, but...
Wait, whoa. Now that we've got your attention.
For real.
Yo.
Gosh. Right. How is everybody? How have we all been? What's new? What's good?
Mm-hmm. The Elizabeth line is open. I've been a geek for that line still.
What, are you a train watcher?
I'm not one of them.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I didn't know that.
However,
I was thinking of the guy with like, he puts
Yeah,
the
with the
paper on
guy.
his head.
I'm excited.
The angle from his face is so hilarious.
That is a very wild angle.
But yeah, Elizabeth line opened this week. And yeah, it was an experience.
Oh, have you been on there?
Yeah, I was on it twice.
swear?
Yeah, I was on it twice.
Oh.
Yeah, or today I was on it twice.
Yeah.
But basically, before it actually launched, I used to watch the design and architecture videos that they put on their YouTube channel.
Okay.
Which is weird because I actually do have an interest for architecture, even though I never studied it.
Is this on like TFL's channel?
No, it's on YouTube.
Like on their YouTube channel? Or just...
Yeah, Crossrail's YouTube channel.
Oh,
So
interesting.
literally, they take you through the, why they've designed it and why they've created it in a certain way.
Yeah.
So for example, Liverpool Street, so with the ceilings of the actual, when you're going on the escalator, the ceilings actually have the same stone that they use for the buildings in the Liverpool Street Bank area.
Hey.
Because it's predominantly like a financial district.
Right. Okay.
They basically integrated that same stone and they've carved it into a certain way. It's very like, when they explain it, it's very
mad
like
symbolic. And
Yeah.
things.
and it makes you deep. Raw. A lot of train stations have a lot of history.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
Even Whitechapel Station, which I just came from as well, like that literally had it was like abstract sort of pictures of people from Whitechapel.
Oh, okay.
So literally made images of them. I should have taken a picture of it.
Wow.
But they literally made like, so it's really symbolizing the people of that community.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I feel like, yeah, I was just imagining, so even going on it, I was just like, wow, it's so crazy how technology can literally transform people's lives. And this is creativity as well, you know?
Mhm.
Like somebody like thought of this idea of creating this crazy route that connects Reading all the way to Heathrow, all the way to Abbey Wood, and actually makes life a lot easier for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty interesting. So
How much did it cost though?
billions.
Billions of pounds. Stalin.
Yeah, that's what,
Like-
that's what I'm taking every day.
Wait,
Like
billions?
50,
Oh, bro.
13 or 15 billion. But
Yeah, and it was even late.
Imagine.
It was even late by a few years.
late and over budget.
Yeah.
Wait.
Let me see if I
So
can get that
you mean
details.
Because they have to dig underground and stuff as well, innit?
Yeah.
yeah, but billion.
Yeah,
billions
no,
of
it's,
pounds,
it's,
yeah.
it's cost
And
billions.
then think about cost of trains. Like, to put it into perspective, you know, they're not really new anymore, but like the double-decker buses that we have now, they're a bit more like spruced up.
Yeah.
I think it was either like 100,000 per bus or 1 million per bus when they
Hey.
first
yeah,
came out.
it was 19 billion.
Oh God,
19. No.
that
no.
money is coming
Yeah.
from where?
It was 19 billion.
Somebody's taxes,
And it
Yes.
was delayed as well, which is ironic. Funny enough, it was delayed, but it seems that it fit in quite perfectly with the Queen's Jubilee.
Yeah. So it was a coincidence. It was a coincidence.
Because think about it,
It was a coincidence.
Like, the Queen's Jubilee is in
to
the
be
future.
fair, I feel like it was because it was really supposed to come out years before.
it was,
But I feel like now,
No, but how?
I feel like
how
now,
at the same time?
I feel like now, I feel like now they changed it to like a, oh my gosh, yeah, you know what?
Let's do it here.
And now it can override the whole anger that people probably would have had about the whole delay. It's
Also,
PR, like good PR, and
feels more
all that kind of
justified
stuff.
now.
Yeah.
And even one thing that I really loved about it is the Adweek aspect of it, or Adland, where essentially different companies have basically competed to advertise on the first day. So, for example, I think it was Read.com, you know, the Queen's Corgis, the dogs.
Yeah.
They literally made adverts with that, like, almost like well done, madam, well done, mom.
Yeah.
As in almost like celebrate the land and also celebrate her jubilee.
When she was sorry.
Huh?
No,
And there's been this
on this Queen's internet. This is what you want to do.
I don't think it's hers.
Oh,
Does she own?
let's please,
okay,
Queen. We
no.
don't mean any harm.
I'm not trying to get offed before the jubilee, please. I want to enjoy my bank
But
holidays.
19 million pounds. I don't understand.
No, billion, bro.
Billion.
For Elon Musk is worth more than that, though.
Is that not insane?
Wait,
Like,
no,
when
no,
you
no,
deep
no,
it.
no, no, no.
That Elon Musk is worth more than a rail service.
No, but that's Elon Musk. But
Yeah,
I just,
19
again, I
million.
just keep thinking, where's the money coming from?
no, but DP, 19 billion could change the lives
Of everybody.
of everybody in this country. You
in
know,
this country.
They
But
don't
again,
care.
this railway system is going to change the lives of millions
But it
of
will-
Londoners
the
and
thing is, it
Britons
will.
in the UK. No,
So
it,
I used to be a
it's an
geography
amazing.
student, yeah.
Oh.
And one thing I love about this
used to
stuff,
be. It used to be.
yeah, it used to be A levels.
Oh, you did geography?
Yeah, or AS, not A2.
You did it in AS.
Yeah, bro. I love geography. Wow. I love geography, and for me, the reason why I love it is because it shows how much infrastructure
Glaciers,
can
rocks, and
literally.
metamorphosis. Sorry.
No, I hated like, well, not like Earth geography.
Wait,
like,
was it like city planning and that?
yeah,
kind
I
of
love
Oh, that's
that
what
kind
you
of
like,
like,
okay.
yeah.
Mm.
I thought you meant like, you know.
Population control and you were thinking like the mountains.
Oh no,
and,
I'm not on that.
tectonic plates.
Yeah,
That was boring.
Equator.
But I like the fact that I used to watch videos and there used to be like sustainable cities in Brazil, and then they'll show you how they used to do things.
Mm.
I just love how in communities they can build something very efficient.
Right.
But like with me, Crossrail Elizabeth Line, I think the reason why I'm happy that it's here now is that somebody living in Reading or somebody living in Abbeywood can now maybe get a job in London that can make them more money. For example, it connects more people to the city.
Wait,
where
isn't Abbeywood in London?
it is,
It's
but
like
as in
out further
to
out,
get
isn't it?
to get to Tottenham Court Road, for example,
Yeah.
would have taken much longer than what it takes now. Like it's drastically reduced, and that's Abbey was an example, but Reading probably a best example. Reading is not even London.
No,
That's
I hear
like-
that, yeah, but
Yeah.
19 billion.
No,
so you're trying to tell me
it's
that
not worth-
just
it's not
because
worth
of,
But-
let's say, a few thousand people getting a new job in like central
But
London,
it's going to be.
it's worth that 19
But
billion.
it's not going to be just that, because it's going to be, if there's easier transport links, that means that it's easier for people, let's say, to get in and out of London, which then brings more money into London.
naturally.
And then there's the other stuff with like, whether we like it or not, the price of the brick, all this rent prices and
Oh,
everything is
I
going to
thought you meant
increase
that
as
brick,
well.
like-
Reading, for
So-
example, watch prices is for
Even like for us to
skyrocket,
go to Reading now, it's a lot easier to go on the Elizabeth line than it
Yeah.
is to like, oh, I have to go to the train line and have to do this and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
yeah, but I'm sorry, I can't justify 19 billion being
No,
spent.
no,
But
that's not
it-
justified. But I mean,
I kind of feel, but if you put it in perspective, like think about the amount of contractors that have worked on it for like how many years.
But
Think about
19
like what
billions
you
are
have to
mad
sort
thing,
out.
bro.
19 billion.
It's insane. It's insane. But
It's almost close to what Davido promised someone.
30 billion.
That's a lot. That's a
mad.
lot.
When you really put that song into perspective,
It wasn't 30 billion.
there's no way.
though.
I'm
What do
so
you mean?
sorry.
He has friends, fam. Elon Musk could have been his friend.
No,
That was
he
Naira,
does, you
bro.
know,
That was
because
Naira.
did you see how for his birthday he was like, okay, he was
Everybody.
calling up
Yep,
everybody
yep.
to give him, was it what, 1 million naira?
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah. Was it 1 million or 100,000?
Oh yeah, Naira. See, Naira.
Yeah, but that's thousands of pounds.
How much is 30 billion Naira?
It's still quite. It's
Oh, it's still a lot of money.
Is it in the
That's a
millions?
couple mil. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah.
Nah,
You
yeah,
got
I'm
that.
sorry, I can't justify 19 billion.
Nah, I can't
spent
justify it either.
over-
However,
So how much do you think it should have
I
cost?
pay tax, so I'm gonna use that all the time.
It's not even about. It's not. So this is my thing, yeah, because London isn't the only place that pays taxes,
Mhm.
but this thing only benefits most people in London. This doesn't. It's not like, oh, this train will go all the way to the north of England and then bring people. If that was the case, then I'd be like, okay, you know what, it's justified. I get it. But come on, really and truly, this is only for London locals, for the most part. Maybe
And
a
people
tiny
that-
bit on the outside.
No, but not tiny bit. Like a lot of people that live on the outskirts of London.
Bro, if
in
you're
that
living in
area,
Nottingham, this is
Sha.
not going to benefit you.
Yeah, but
Oh,
that's
yeah,
Nottingham though.
that's Nottingham, yeah.
Nottingham's
If you live in Hertfordshire, which is round the corner, it's still not going to benefit.
It'll benefit you.
No, it won't.
You can connect from, let's say, Farringdon or
Tell
connect
him.
from Paddington.
Tell him.
And that's going to cut. Okay, for example.
Wait, Farringdon to go where?
You check your train routes.
If you want to, I don't know. If you want to go to
What do you mean? To where? to where, Burns?
Okay, let me put it like this. Say, for example, to get to Farringdon, for example, you have to get Hammersmith City.
No, King's Cross.
No, but it
King's
depends where you're
Cross,
coming from.
then
Yeah.
Hammersmith.
Depends where you're coming from. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, if you're, I don't know, you're living in like Canary Wharf, for example,
Yeah,
you want to get Tottenham Court Road.
yeah.
That journey is actually longer. In the sense of like now, people have to take the Central Line or the Jubilee Line.
Mm.
I
It
hear you.
frees up.
But again, that's for people in London. That's Canary Wharf to Tottenham Court Road.
Do you know how many people live in London?
Oh my God.
Do you know the amount of millions of people that live
So
in the
okay,
city?
so what?
Okay.
The 19 billion came from London taxpayers. That's it.
I don't know. I'm not part of the budget
Do
people.
you feel like?
Oh my God, no.
Do you feel like?
It's not. There's no way anyone.
You don't
can
think it's
justify.
worth the 19 billion?
I don't think it is.
I don't
think
it's
it is.
not even
I think
close.
I think that's over budget.
What was the original amount? I feel like if we get that, it
Can't lie, the
was
original
still
amount.
a
If I tell you
couple
the
billion.
original
It was
amount,
still it was still a couple billion.
Yeah, even if
That
if
for
it's
sure.
1 billion above, it's too much for me.
Okay, guys.
Huh.
Billion. Do you know how much billion is? Billion is a lot of money.
But again, like
Well,
things,
I need to
you know,
cross-reference.
I'm thinking
this,
it from the
sounds nice.
perspective of like things cost money.
Nah, yeah,
build.
they do. But the thing is that is this a need or is this?
I would-
It's
Of
a
course,
need.
yeah.
It's
This
a need. 100%
more-
is a need.
Think no,
100% is a
100
need.
Think about
no, the reason why I'm saying that is because people can still travel, even though it's going to be longer. Yes, but you're not paying much more than you would if you're taking so on and so forth.
Well,
You're paying just like a
time,
few
Quality
more
time
of life.
and exactly and
increases.
time
for how many people?
A lot of people.
a lot.
In comparison to the people in this country, everybody pays tax. That money
Nah,
came from everybody.
London is essential. It's a city.
No, I hear what you're saying.
But
yeah.
even tourism,
it
tourism,
does-
tourism wise.
No, it will. It will benefit Reading a lot more as well.
Tourism.
You're missing my point.
Yeah, go
it's
on.
gonna benefit London.
Yeah,
Yes, but it's not gonna benefit the UK.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's TFL, not
no,
TFE.
yeah, but the money is from the whole country,
Is it
not
not?
only London.
Is it?
Yes. You're trying to tell me this money came from only London?
I don't know.
Oh, Michael, man.
I'm not. I don't know why I'm trying to. I'm not backing. Like,
Yeah, you sound like,
I'm
you
not
know-
backing Uncle Sadiq, but like, yeah.
Therefore,
No.
love the Queen.
I'm trying to find this thing because they're giving me different.
Oh yeah, they got to die for anyway.
Okay, the budget. Okay. Who can guess how much they went over by?
They went over by
9 billion.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. 10.
Less.
Or less.
Oh.
5 billion.
Oh,
So it was originally budgeted for. Actually, no. Let's say 4 billion, but it was really budgeted for 14.8 billion
That's
in
money, you know.
2010.
no wonder the TFL is just
But it makes sense.
struggling for cash.
It makes sense
Makes no
because
sense.
even in terms of like to drill a tunnel.
Do you,
under
no,
London.
you're missing my point here. 19 billion pounds
Do you
can
know where
change the
they've-
life of every single individual in this country.
You can't
you know how this country
Yes, it
is.
can.
They will pocket that 19 billion for
That's
themselves.
what I'm saying. Like, I hear that, yes, you have to drill holes and blah, blah,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm.
But what I'm trying to say is that money could have changed the life of every single individual in
I could
this
have had my
country.
EMAs.
Do you know how mad that is?
Do you believe that? Okay, this is a controversial question.
This money is a whole
It's
country's.
gonna get political.
Yeah,
Ah.
I'm not stating what I represent. the men have got biases about who they think I support.
Well, we don't have biases, we have facts. We only deal in absolutes.
I promise you, I don't support Boris Johnson and the Conservative Party.
Cap. That's cap.
Nor do I support Labour.
That's also cap.
Nor Lib Dem.
Oh,
So just guess who I am.
Green.
Jesus Christ.
Green Party. Yeah, just what?
I support the most high.
The Lord. No, but like right now, let me put it like this.
Okay.
Culturally right now, we're in the cost of living crisis, right?
Mm.
I wonder why. sorry.
Do you really think the government, okay, what's the government going to do to be like, okay, guys, have a healthy life?
One, not drilling holes under the ground and spending billions on it. That would have been a good start.
Okay.
Because,
Yeah.
for example, you know the living crisis here. People could have gotten bailouts if they needed to. There could have been an optional bailout. For example, maybe you know how when you go uni, they technically, essentially pay for you to go and study.
Yeah.
Businesses could have gotten bailouts.
A loan?
A big loan.
But
No,
bailout,
bailout. So basically,
when they just pay it and they say,
Yeah,
look, we'll
yeah,
bust you in it.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Or it could have even been a thing of like no interest loans, for example. That would have helped so many businesses, especially when COVID hit.
But pandemic, they
hard.
were doing
They
that though.
did do that.
But they stopped. They stopped
Well,
immediately.
They had to.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Of course they had to. When they're spending 19 billion on trains, where are you going to get the rest of the money
I can't
from?
lie, this government probably has trillions in their account though.
Therefore,
Facts.
So a billion is probably not that much to them.
but the thing is that look at how people are still struggling. Like people don't even look at the school meals situation.
Yeah.
People are struggling.
Yeah.
Look at the arts. They're cutting arts in every
Yeah,
school.
no, it's actually very sad.
like that's
yeah.
crazy. You go to schools, they don't even have paint.
But it's context. The people that are leading don't see art as relevant. Don't see it as
Which,
something that.
which is
What you're
wild
saying.
though, because then they use the arts for various things.
The arts-
Even the campaigns.
The arts is the
Really?
only. The arts,
Thank you.
Yeah.
the arts
because
is actually the
is
only
it
way
not-
you communicate your messages.
yeah.
Even the whole COVID pandemic, what literally the signs that they had,
Sign. Yep.
that was arts.
Yep.
Do you get what I mean? And I feel like I don't think I understand how much the entertainment and creative industry like owes the UK in terms of how much they bring in.
Yeah.
Like the UK brings in a lot of money through creative arts.
I feel
Know what I
like
mean?
perhaps
Even musicians, someone like Adele, for example, or even Ed Sheeran.
she's a commodity that is
they're just
exported.
two
Yeah.
people. They're led into people, but
Yeah.
they are bringing in so much money.
Yeah.
Let alone the theatre productions.
Yeah.
Facts.
Shows.
Facts. Yeah.
There's a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Which is wild because like a lot of like theaters and stuff like that, like grants and like
Mm-hmm.
you know, like the National Lottery has like a couple grants that they offer.
Yeah.
And I'm always seeing like theatre productions and shows winning the grants and awards, which is, I guess, goes to say something about why is it that certain productions or certain areas have to seek funding for stuff?
Yeah.
Why isn't there like enough money like
Circulated.
circulating?
But also, like, back to that point of it only mainly being in London. Like,
True.
these things, like if you go up north,
Leicester got a little something.
yeah, but a little something.
Not a lot. Of
Like,
something.
if you come to London, even all the opportunities, and I get it, yes, it's centers, blah blah. So of course there's gonna be more, but the disparity is ridiculous. The gap is bonkers. Like you go there, and it's like
what closes the gap? Are we talking about the creative gap, by the way?
the creative gap. Yeah.
What closes that gap?
What is what I'm saying? You need to fund most. I know it can't be equal, but it has to be reasonable.
Yeah.
So like it can't be like if you need a career, you have to like look at all these creative agencies, like the big ones that are actually making peas. They're all in London. How many?
Not obviously in comparison, but
Yeah.
like there are like hubs that are growing in
Manchester
Manchester, in like
'Cause
Brighton.
even
Right.
BBC made
Stuff like
a
that.
statement, I guess, in some aspect
Yeah.
to be like, okay, we're moving the headquarters from London to
It's not just
Manchester.
because it's cheaper.
I think okay, that's a factor, but I don't think that's the core factor of why they move. I feel like they want to make sure that the rest of England sees seen.
I
seen
feel like
this.
they don't care about that.
Really?
I don't think.
I feel like Manchester's on the come up, and it has been there for a while.
Definitely, 100%.
That's the next
I
city.
saw ITVs like they have ITV like bases up there as well.
Is it Salford or Salford? Or I don't know how to even pronounce
One
it.
of
Salford.
them,
Yeah.
but like
I
there's
think that's BBC, maybe actually. I'm not sure.
definitely like
But there's a BBC everywhere. That's a BBC.
No, but
Nottingham.
that's the headquarters. No,
Yeah, but like
what
that's big.
considering
I hear
that's
you.
a whole British broadcasting
That's the-
something like that's pretty big.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Obviously, in comparison to the other like central hubs, like
Unfortunately,
and, like, a
it
London.
will just never be the same.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
But my point remains that the gap is too big,
Too big,
and
Mm.
they're spending money on trains. That's just ridiculous.
Nah, but
Yeah,
I,
but
I
then-
don't think you can use that as an example, man.
if they use that same money, yeah, and said, okay, we're gonna build a train that runs from
But
the
the-
north, like you know how if we go like Eurostar and them takes their way,
Yeah.
it can run through like countries. If they said, okay, we're gonna do one that runs from the north,
But they already do.
But they do that.
do.
They
how much? How much you have to pay to get on them ones? Tell
but,
me.
But
Okay,
that's
then-
the thing.
Then we come into the privatization of things,
thank
or
you.
like, yeah, that's
Is
where
it-
it gets.
that's not TFL's problem. That's not TFL
They
problem.
don't
though.
own that. They don't own that.
They
No,
don't
but
own that.
the government don't own these lands.
You're not. You can't get me. You're not cheeky. I see what you're doing. My point is, it's taxpayers' money from the country, not from London alone. There's no way you can go and say,
But
you
isn't
know
it-
what?
it's
Just
private-
give it a tax.
it's
from-
privatized.
But it's,
So it doesn't-
it's
yeah.
privately owned, isn't
So
it?
we can't
So
government
that
really.
90 million didn't come from our money.
No, I'm saying TFL.
So for
It's
example, yeah.
TFL.
For example, if I'm going
Yeah.
to Leicester, for example, what line am I taking again?
Is it like
what's it called again?
there's Virgin, there's Elna, there's
there's Bear.
East Coast,
There's Great Northern.
Great Northern. That's I this
East
Country owned.
But this is
Midlands
my point.
Railway, all that kind of stuff.
But this is
these
my
are all
point.
private companies.
I hear you, but this is my point.
Yeah.
Why not make something that is for the country?
Oh, but the
Why
thing
are we
is-
spending money
no, but
on
that-
one
that- no,
line?
I
but
think, I think Labour are trying to do that, by the way.
That's what exactly. And then they were
Oh.
what, redeeming himself. But like I remember
Wow.
Corbyn did talk about like how
Yeah,
he
Corbyn
wanted
definitely
to get ownership. I forgot
Yeah.
the term.
Right.
But like
yeah, I
how
get it.
he thought like obviously all these things being privatized because obviously you think of like the prices
Yeah.
of like trains and how they're very disgustingly
Yeah.
priced and stupidly priced, and how if there was some like government control that could help with like
Yeah.
prices as well as like the way things are run and offering better services. But obviously if these things are private, then these private companies can kind of do whatever the hell they want, unfortunately.
It's called nationalised.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but hear me
That's
out.
the term I
Yeah.
was looking for.
This country, is under a monarchy still.
Yeah.
Technically
But
speaking,
the power dynamic right now is not really there.
They're there for image.
They're for tourism.
I hear what you're saying,
Yeah.
yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that even if you own a house in this country, the land is still the Queen's. Like,
yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that
By
means
law, yeah.
that includes the railway stations. That
Oh my God.
that includes the train stations. That
Yeah.
includes every single thing that's on this land.
Oh, yeah.
Hence, someone can get up
So-
and say,
so
Charlie,
do you
let
want to
us
have a
change this.
so you want to have a conversation with the Queen on the Platinum Jubilee
Queen
to
can't
talk
pa-
about
the Queen-
how
the
she
Queen
needs to
can't patent
reclaim
this
her
for us.
land for lines.
The Queen can't patent this for us. I'm sorry. She cannot patent this.
Happy birthday.
Oh my
Happy birthday, Lizzie.
Nah.
No.
Forgive us.
Oh my gosh. But
us, Mom.
I get what you mean. Obviously, but that adds to I guess like the collective side that we all have, I guess, with the way the country is run at times. Because
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it's for the benefit of.
It's not for the
all.
many. It's for the
for the few.
few.
Oh,
The
100%.
few
Yeah.
like Burns and and the rest of the Conservative
Oh
squad.
my gosh.
Okay, but on a serious note, yeah. Do you feel like parties can actually do anything for us anymore? Like
As creatives or just as in people?
as people? Because the thing is, to be the best creators, I think I'm having this discussion in my head the other day actually.
Alone.
No, I always have debates in my head, but like literally like
Wait, debates.
Yeah, don't worry.
Sorry,
Is
go on.
everything all right in
What?
there?
our environments are so
Session 10.
sorry. Go on.
Wow, so what you guys are doing now. So no.
Eckhart.
Alright. So your environments are very important for your creativity.
Yeah.
And I feel like these parties are finishing our well-being.
They're making it very uncomfortable for us.
I just feel like they're all useless. And the thing
Yeah.
is, what is the solution? Because I know there's some countries that things are working really well.
Rioting and rebellion.
No, God forbid.
No, funny
No,
enough,
I honestly feel like that's
that
the only
might
way.
be an option.
That's
very,
the
very
only way it's
soon.
gonna
What,
happen.
rioting?
Yeah.
Do you think we can do things in a
do not
normal
condone-
manner?
These are not
No.
the views of
No,
religion.
It doesn't. When we say like rioting, it doesn't necessarily. If it's for a good reason, is it not in the Bible they are killing people for all manners of sins and nonsense?
Hey.
I think Burns is thinking of like the French Rebellion.
No,
where
sometimes it's
like-
needed though.
No, I
No,
can't
like,
lie,
What,
yeah.
man,
You want us? You want us
on
to, because we're clapping for the NHS. We think we're
Of
doing
course.
something. No,
Forward.
so we think that we're just gonna stand prim and proper and be like, no, don't do
But the
bad
thing is-
things, government. That's what
We've
that's
been
gonna. What is
conditioned
that
to
gonna
be
do?
like that.
I
though.
We
I
have.
don't feel like riots are going to do nothing. Unfortunately.
You don't think so?
What?
I'm not gonna lie.
London riots, when man them just got bagged.
No, but that was
People
that,
got stuff we still enjoy right
no,
now.
but that turned into something else. That just
So
turned.
that was from a completely
Yeah,
different
obviously,
cause.
like,
Wait,
it's-
why did we write
Mark,
it?
Mark Duggan.
Yes, okay.
So like it started as something, and then
It went-
someone
yeah.
stealing a 53 bag of like rice
Right.
and
It became,
water until the
I
rice.
can't lie, it's very disrespectful.
Yeah, but that
But-
always that happens in every riot.
But the thing is, riots are not effective because people are always bad mind.
But
So people are just there to do trouble. They're not even there for even
Yeah.
to say.
People want to just let loose. I can't like. People just like, finally.
it's like the purge, innit?
Yeah,
You know what
they
I
got their
mean?
gear ready under the bed. They've been practicing for the day,
Their masks.
marking the calendar. Like,
There's certain man, yeah, like that day. Be careful you don't get in the wrong side of them because they be waiting for somebody. They be waiting for somebody to irritate.
they're walking around like, what?
You want some?
Yeah. They're looking for anybody here to start something. Like, you look at them funny. They're like, what did you say about my mother?
Oh god.
No, you're right though. I can't imagine it working in this country. But we have to do something.
I feel like that's the only way, personally, it's gonna happen, because all the stuff that people have been trying to do, we've even tried to present facts to these people, for goodness sake.
They don't care.
We've caught you in 4K and put it in front of you, and you still want to lie to our faces.
How does... Okay, do you feel like Boris's brand is very effective?
What?
Because he's for me, his brand is... I characterize his brand as chaos, problematic, silly, acts like a clown.
Oh, I didn't know. His brand is, oh, I didn't know. Like, oh, really? Oh, I didn't know.
And I feel like he's put himself in that position where now he does something and we're just like, oh yeah,
it's Boris, BJ.
But it's part of a plan. All these things are like, it's PR. Like, let's be very true with ourselves. Like, it's a character.
Yeah.
From times when people are saying like, oh, before he goes onto stage, my guy's ruffling up his hair. Are you sick? Like,
so you underestimate him, innit?
Yeah. So, oh yeah, I'm a bit scruffy, and he'd be like, so
you don't talk today.
What am I talking? Oh, where am I? I've been in so many places at once today, and I just
Peppa Pig.
It's all part of like
how did we allow him to
a
get
character and a ploy,
yeah.
and obviously
conspiracy theory.
No, but it's people that have worked with him or have like, been at the events. This is what they've said. So like, yeah, it works, but obviously it's a problem because one, I kind of feel like you're really like cheapening the position and the role that you have, but also like you're gaslighting all of us.
Yeah, you are,
because you're making us feel like we're insane.
Oh yeah, 100% is.
And that's
like
how
you literally be. And remember during that time, the context is very important with this. You have to remember that when he was doing all this nonsense, we were in lockdown and we couldn't leave our yards.
People are dying and you're there
people actually
doing clink.
Like some people couldn't even see their parent before they went, or they couldn't actually go to a funeral or celebrate a wedding, or all these different like important moments in people's lives. You basically gone and done your thing, and it's like we've lost our power as a nation to basically like bring these people down when they've messed up.
There's no accountability.
There's no accountability.
None. But again,
I mean, they got fined, but that's small money to them. No?
But when you've got media also
when
like
got 19 billion, you think that's fine? It's nothing. Anything.
But that's the thing. When I swear they said like there was like an increase in billionaires since
in this country,
since pandemic, and you're thinking, but this was supposed to be
apparently every 30 hours, there was a billionaire in the pandemic.
That's disgusting.
Wow.
Yeah.
But again, when government officials are there, oh, you're my local friend at the pub. You know what? Let's get a contract with you to supply the masks for the. Are you
controversial question? If we were in power, would we give people contracts that we know?
Of course.
But the thing is, we're not gonna bastardize it, though, are we? We're not gonna be like, what?
That's the thing. When one person gets too much money and power, their morals can change.
They move mad. Like, let's be real with ourselves. I feel like, yes, we would want to bring everybody in, right?
Everybody gonna eat. Everybody gonna
be eating good.
Yeah, everyone gonna eat.
But like, there's levels. I would like to
think right. We're actually hypocrites.
Yeah, but like, there's levels to this. Like, it's not everybody. Like, think about design opportunities, right? So like we talked about in the group chat, or like whenever you see like a job vacancy,
it's in that
you
chat.
Send it around, right?
You want everyone to win.
But at the same time, I'm sure there's the thing of like, you want to give people chances, to like step up to the plate and maybe try something new. But then, have you really been like, oh, you know what? Should I send this opportunity or this thing to a friend, even though I know that they're not qualified for it? But when I say that, not in like a haterish way or rude way, but just more like,
someone
know that person
or
exactly,
or spread it out so it's not all like the person already has a good job, they're already getting money. There's no need for them to take another role when you could give it to someone who needs it more.
I'd like to think we'd all put a lot more thought into all of these things.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. I can't lie, because if someone's giving me contracts and I know my people them can handle it. Yeah,
but handle it.
Yeah, but if you know they can handle it.
So for example, if they're already getting like, I don't know, 50k, 40k a year, yeah. But this is maybe something that it's in line with what they can do and they can handle it because they've got enough time and they can be earning another like 20, 30k. Yeah, go on.
But you've considered it and you've like put thought into it and stuff.
But that's what they do.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure
I don't think so.
I can't lie, I don't think so.
The thing is, that it's okay. For example, yeah,
Track and trace app. How many billions of pounds did we spend on that, and what was the outcome?
Something.
That was more than bloody
but you have to think about
thingy.
it. A lot of UX UI designers got paid for that.
To produce something that was barely finished when it even rolled out when it was supposed to be rolled out. But yeah, people ate. But okay.
That was to help out
Oh my
for a good time.
days.
Can't lie, man. It's peak. It's peak.
Yeah, but again,
Hey, pray for our leaders.
oh, I'm so done. I just feel like I think we
there's-
need a change in leadership.
You know what?
And, and like because like what we've had Theresa David Cameron.
Who was your favorite Prime Minister?
when I came to this
You
country.
don't have one in it.
when I came to this country,
Tony Blair.
no, it was Gordon Brown was just about to leave.
Wow. You stop it.
The funny thing, I've never even heard his voice before. That's how you know I don't know him.
The way like his voice is like tucked back in my
I
what?
swear.
I can't think of his voice. I can think of Tony Blair.
I can't think of his voice either.
Wow.
He was the last person I remember.
Let me see if I can get this.
and then after that was David Cameron,
Mm.
and then it was Terry. Well, he left, and then Theresa May.
That guy did a run.
Yeah. He's a catalyst.
He ran to France and said,
He is
"Bye."
a catalyst for all of this. He literally started all of this, and then obviously Theresa May, and then Theresa May, and then it became,
But it's the Lions.
Was he a good Prime Minister? I don't remember. I was too young.
I came out at 14, so I can't remember nothing. But when I came here, everybody was eating good. That is what I remember. When I came to this country,
You're not lying,
bro,
bro.
when
We
I
were
came-
in good times. Some
bro,
good times.
when I came to this country,
because we were kids.
Where was the recession? Where was the recession again?
Even
Wait,
my
let me check.
dad can attest to this. He was like, 2010, that was a good time.
Oh yes, after recession though. After the economic crisis, obviously everybody to rise back up
Everybody
again.
was eating. Everybody was good.
Do you think that's coming then again?
Everyone was
Because
eating because
technically-
your parents were working hard in order to provide food on the plate.
No. I'm talking about me. My dad couldn't attest to this. Like I remember having a conversation with my dad.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, ER gang, yeah. Nah, for real.
Oh my gosh.
The cooking out of the Anyway, I remember him saying like, 2010 was good because there were a lot of opportunities. It wasn't as difficult. I don't know how to. Basically, the political climate was a bit more lax in comparison to now. Right now, every 2 seconds you look online, something new about someone watching porn in the House of Commons or someone, you know what I'm saying? Bro, right now it's hilarious. It's a joke.
It's actually so
It's actually just a joke at this point because it's like, what's
you're
going
right.
on?
You're right. I felt like we held MPs to a higher regard.
Yeah.
Of course we did because what?
They're meant to be.
They're supposed to be.
Yeah.
I know, but now is that we just don't take them seriously anymore, and that's not good.
Which is
I
bad.
blame American. I blame Americans.
Well, Donald Trump
I feel like American politics has leaked into
us.
our culture to the point where now we feel like politics is meant to be this kind of
Some
like,
joke thing.
like massive show of
But I also feel like sometimes when you're exhausted, you just allow nonsense to happen. It's like, when you see parents with like really like bad kids or jumping up and down. You're in the bus. You're just. I'll never forget this moment. I was on the overground, and I saw these two kids just using the handlebars, the railings on the train, like it was like they were monkey bars and like it was a playground, climbing frame. And then to top it all off, the kids are barefoot.
I'm fisting them up still.
Barefoot on the overground. So not are you mashing the floor,
No.
you're then climbing up
collecting
the
the few
pole.
bags.
You're climbing up the pole with your feet.
kids will be kids, man.
You're climbing up the pole with your feet, and then you're now licking
Smell it. Hey,
the pole up and down.
The licking, that's where it has to stop there.
And the dad was just there sitting, and me.
Yeah, but he's tired.
Who was I with?
He's actually tired.
We were just sitting there like, are you for real?
So you're gonna stop your kids when they try to lick things?
Yeah, you're licking TFL. What?
Bare COVID on that.
Wait, hold on.
Exactly, because that was like last year, like December time.
So you're here back in TFL, but now you're saying no one should lick TFL. What's the truth?
Why?
Wait, what? What?
Do you feel like it's justified that 90 million? There's still COVID.
It's 90 million.
So you can't even lick 90 million, but you still can't lick the trains.
why would you lick the train?
What do you mean? Look, if someone's paying 19 billion a year, I need to be
You
able
know
to
what?
lick that train.
You know what? Yeah.
I should have first class service, ice cream,
In fact,
cake.
your Telfar bag, lick the bottom.
Lick it.
Actually, I could do
Lick
that.
the bottom now.
You won't.
But it's not 19 billion though, is it?
No, but it's more than mine.
Speedo.
But it's not 19 billion.
But it's more than
Correct.
mine.
Trust me,
Correct.
if it was 19 billion, I'll lick it. Trust me, if this was 19 billion, I'll lick it.
Okay.
But it's not.
But in comparison to other bags,
Come on, the gap is not. It's not that big. It's not that big.
yeah, it is.
Michael,
How much you pay for it?
like £57.
You're
You're
lying.
lying.
I got a customer discount.
You're what?
What's your discount?
It was about 60%.
Huh?
60.
And you didn't tell anyone.
Well,
Wow.
I'm conservative.
Anyway, I just realized that I said how I was doing with the Elizabeth line, but I never asked how everyone else was doing.
You don't care, innit?
No,
No, I
guys,
do
we,
care.
we've really done a tangent for like the past like 40, 50
No, we
minutes
did.
on the state of the world.
Yeah,
And
we
you're,
did.
you're to ask us how we are now.
How,
really
how, are
care?
you, how you doing?
I'm pissed
Why are you pissed?
because the state of the country is a mess.
Yeah, shambles.
And now,
shambles.
like, I was talking to a friend that works in like one of these conglomerates that own like loads of brands for like food and all sorts.
Yeah.
And he works in finance, right? It's really good to have friends that work in finance.
Oh, most definitely.
Why is it good?
Because they tell you the tea on everything.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh,
Finance-
Finance,
like
the
they
finance
give you
man
money.
know the matting before it's
Oh.
happened.
So they don't give you any money though?
no, they don't. But they tell me how. I mean,
what's the point?
in the future, if I ever wanted to become a person of influence, you know, I know the rates that I should probably charge.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
One
right.
thing for me, I like working in finance before. Like I know how much people
See
get.
everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
Invoices
people
are
getting
massive,
paid.
so.
People are getting paid. But yeah, he was saying how like cost of living, like
Yeah.
they were doing costings for stuff in the future, like couple months, and he was like, yes, it's gonna be a bit mad. And I was like, oh,
Mad
okay.
in the sense that we're gonna be struggling.
Not struggling, but there's gonna be increase. Like food will increase in price.
Just stacking up on my
I
plantain.
said no. I literally said like, does that mean I should start like bulk buying stuff? And he was like, no, just make sure your money is okay. Don't spend recklessly. I said okay. So when you see broccoli for £2,
Do you feel like you've been spending more recently?
Yes.
yeah, because
I generally feel like I've been spending. I don't feel like I've been
I-
been
I-
outrageous.
Mhm.
But I still feel like I'm losing a lot of money.
I don't feel like I'm really watching the balance like that these days because I'm
But
trying.
you're good like that.
No.
Hey.
You got it like that. It
No,
just
no,
leaks
no,
off
no,
you.
no, no, no. Because I'm just trying to survive, guys.
Man sneeze girl's good.
Get out.
You're like, "Click."
No.
Oh,
But
man.
I'm literally trying to survive. Like, when I say this, I mean like, if there's anything of convenience that may cost a little extra, I'll put it in. But at the same time,
I'm making money. We did business.
hey, you know what? Let me just say,
Good
let me
business.
say amen. Let me say amen. Let me, all this manifestation and, words, speaking it into existence.
Manifestation.
Sounds a bit demonic.
I can't remember wow, have I strayed so far that I don't
have.
even remember what it is to.
I said, you know
The,
that
the
thing.
tongue is, the tongue is
book that
powerful.
the Christians
tongue,
use. What's it
no,
called?
no, not that. The
Tell
tongue
the
is
book. What's it called? Is it? What was the book called?
the Torah. The Torah.
No, yeah. Oh, no. It's another. It starts with a B, I think.
No,
The Bible.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
So obviously the tongue's powerful. So let me just say yes. I am paid
to be.
No, I'm paid.
I'm paid.
Full stop.
You're
I'm paid.
Amen.
Amen. Yes. But anyways, yeah. Cost of living and all that kind of stuff. In general, how am I? I don't know, guys. I feel like we've been talking about like people in power
Mhm.
and money.
Mhm.
And sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like I'm built for this world. With the current state, with the way it works now,
I know, buddy.
or I'm trying to figure out how do I live my best life without trying to die because
Mhm.
this rat race, it's long.
I mean,
You can come out of it though.
Can you?
yeah, you can,
You can.
but you don't want to.
Huh?
But to
You're
Oh,
too- you're
as
too
in-
dependent
as in
on
come
it.
out
as
of it,
in
you
you
have to be very content in life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Contentment makes you come out of it.
So obviously I'm not trying to be like, I don't know if you guys ever watched the film Homeland. It wasn't Homelander. Basically, it's based on a woman who like lives in a van and she just goes about her life in a van.
Sounds like a tramp. Sorry. I'm joking.
Oh my God.
Sorry, the way he said it just made it
Oh
so
my
funny.
gosh.
First of all, she has.
I keyed.
First of all, she has money.
Ah.
That is
I really just typed that she lives in van film, but it was a really good film. Like
Yeah.
it got like an Oscar.
Oh, please.
But yeah, no, like these people, like they are like, oh, Nomadland. That's it.
Nomadland, okay.
So like nomads, they just like
free to
roam and do whatever. They'll do occasional shifts here and there in order to get income, but they're quite content. I don't think that's my brand. I just want enough.
How did you get to that conclusion that that's not your brand?
Because I like things, but when I say this, I'm not like the most like flashy person.
You are.
But like, no, I'm not.
Quite flashy.
No, I'm not.
You have like 6 iPads, 2 iPhones, and
First
like
of all,
three iMacs.
I do not. And do you know how hard I worked for these guys?
So you agree? You admit that you do?
No, I don't have 6 iPads.
You love excess.
I don't have excess.
You love excess.
First of all, your bag's a Telfar bag.
I only have one of those. I don't have 3.
I mean, you had to.
Man are rich, man.
It's my little sister.
Exactly, but you had to.
I told you I got customers discount. Yeah, I did say that, didn't I?
You got
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Nice,
I got customers.
nice MacBook you've got there. Since we all have MacBooks, so I guess we're all on the same level. But anyways,
This took me like 2 months to buy.
I can't lie, I was really struggling for this one, man.
I literally, I had to save up for like 2 months.
And some of 2 months for a MacBook.
Yep.
Yeah,
Flex.
That's a big flex.
Flex.
That's a big flex.
Wait, I feel like I used my whole pay. No, wait, let's take
flex.
that.
What are you eating?
Some of us are still doing monthly payments. He said, "Oh, in 2 months, I'm gonna." Do you know how many months?
Wait, hold on.
And you're doing
Hold on.
two.
Hold on.
As you are. As you are.
Hold on a minute.
Baller, Shakala.
How much is a MacBook?
A grand plus.
Okay, so
Let's say 1.8.
okay, 1.8, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say every month you're getting about 1.8,
Yeah.
Is it?
and then you save half of your money
Yeah.
for 2 months.
Wow.
Can't you buy a MacBook? So it's either you guys are bad at saving, or
No comment.
I don't get it. Like, what's the meaning? You can spend £900 a month and you be fine. So I don't get it. What's going on here?
Must be nice.
But okay, but I will say context. If you're living by yourself and you're paying rent,
That's very true.
I pay rent.
but still.
No. What do you mean?
So how are you eating?
What do you mean? So look, if I live with someone here,
Just say
and
your
I'm paying, let's say
salary is more
about
than 2K months.
if I'm paying,
Yeah, you're
no. Listen. If I'm paying,
you're like,
no. Oh my god, you like
As a
Jared.
freelancer, swear
I
down.
receive it, amen. No, if
Oh,
you're paying 400,
Yeah.
for rent,
Mm.
and you've got 500 left out of, let's say, if you
No, you
even
can.
get, yeah.
I save like that as well, to be honest.
So I don't know why you might trying to move. Like,
I'm just gonna get on to you, sorry.
yeah. But nah, so yeah, you don't want to do nomad life.
No, that's not for me. And plus, like, I like tech and I like making
I love
stuff.
tech.
So it's like,
Whoa, all right.
I love it.
Oh, I love it.
You know what?
Get in my face. It's like, oh.
You know what? That's one of my passions. I love tech.
Yeah, it's a bit scary the way you said it, though. I can't lie.
inject it.
I was
in
like, oh
tech.
yeah, I love me a bit of tech. Tech is my life.
Tech is my life.
Yeah.
God forbid. But
Black men in tech. It's like,
you know what? I can't let Matt join that though.
oh.
Is it?
Yeah,
I mean, the salary is looking good, but
Black men
I
in
don't
tech.
want to do that work. I'd probably be depressed.
So you don't want to do that work, but you don't want to live nomad, but you want to kind of be comfortable
just-
enough in the middle where you're not
And
doing too
where
much.
I don't
but
have
not-
to kill myself, but I feel satisfied with what I'm doing. But I kind of feel like, I always ask myself, what would that be?
Well, yeah, what does that look like?
It's full time, but then I have to sell myself.
Yeah. I mean,
I've said this
you don't
before.
have to, but
No, but
Sell
like
yourself.
to make money, you're basically selling yourself.
that is up.
Yeah,
you have to.
basically. But yeah, I'm always just like, I would want enough where I have enough to like have the things that I want, so I can create the things that I want to make.
Okay.
How
much money do you guys need to be able to be creatives every year?
Every year?
Money?
Yeah. So for example, like, okay.
I just need to pay my rent and eat food.
If I said, okay, I'm giving you 50K for the year,
That's fine.
and then
50K,
and no,
come on, man,
50K
that's more than enough.
for the year, and you just have to make use of that money
Oh, that's fine.
in one go. By the way,
That's doable.
Put all of it in crypto. No, I'm kidding.
watch your thing will turn to 20.
Where's the drop?
My uncle gave we had a family meet up, and he was like to his son, please, honey, don't let, you know when parents do that, don't lend money to friends, and this cryptocurrency, please
Stay away from it.
can mess somebody up.
He's like to weak from experience. Of it.
I don't know, but it's like it came from a place. It's like the whole because it's a risk in it. You're kind of
Probably
gambling.
like a WhatsApp video or something.
Nah, he probably lost some money.
No, I don't think he's not the most like clued up with tech.
I told you one of my uncles got scammed.
What?
He lost like 6K.
What?
Cause someone in Ghana said that. Someone in Ghana said that. Nah, someone in Ghana said they do crypto, yeah, and he sent it. He sent the money to them. Fam, this world, yeah. Oh Lord have mercy. It's a risky world. It's a risky business.
From Ghana.
He did bad business.
Lord of God. £6,000.
6K, and the money wasn't even his.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, fam.
What?
It's a cold heart of the world out here. So I'm sorry, yeah, but it reminds me of them people on the timeline who are always saying that. give me 50. Yo, give me 50. I'll make it 5,000.
Wow.
Man's trying to move like Jesus. Man said I'll multiply the bread. Fam, he's trying to multiply.
6K.
Nah, fam.
That's a big mess up. That's a big mess
Money
up.
wasn't his.
It wasn't his money.
What you do?
Fam, like now he's on the plane. Like, what do I do now?
No, what do you do?
Fam, he has to pay off. He has to pay off his own money.
Our plans is done.
He's trying to do quick money. Yeah, do bad business.
Breathe.
Oh.
The money is not his.
Nah, I'm telling you, yeah, it's dangerous. But now, Burns, your question about 50K. Look, 50K will do me great.
50K and I can just face my front and mind my business.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You guys won't hear from me that whole year.
What's this?
You guys won't hear from me that whole year.
What do you mean?
You won't hear
But
from
like,
me.
if I owe somebody 6K,
This guy. Wait, what do you mean worry
if I
here?
owe somebody 6K, yeah, you not see me again.
Just disappeared.
I'm gone.
Oh.
I'm actually gone.
I'm not in the country no more.
Oh. Nah, wait, but
6,000.
yeah,
Ooh.
yeah,
Sorry, 50K.
50K.
Yeah, you don't have to see me.
Man.
Yeah, true. We might have to end the podcast though.
Oh, no, I'll come for that.
No, you won't.
Yeah, well.
For you to be, in
I will have
Scotland.
the freedom to.
Yeah, that's true. You will have the freedom,
Oh.
but then you won't have the experiences anymore as much anyway.
Well, it depends on what I do.
But it would be a very skewed experience. It wouldn't be like, oh, I started from here. It's like literally I just got 50K a year.
Is that not the dream? Some of us that are applying for grants and funding for all manners of things.
Yeah, you're right. You know, yeah, you're right.
If you had 50K now,
Budget. Okay.
we're not seeing you.
Question: Would you
I
get
changed the game.
would you get like would you just rent an apartment for the year, pay up front, and then just work from there?
50K. I'm
No,
buying a house.
50K.
That's a deposit.
You get deposit, but then what are you gonna have left?
There's next year. It's coming again, right?
No.
It's coming every year. No, it's coming every year, right?
This is what I
There's
mean.
a rice at home.
Yeah, like I can survive for 1 year.
That's why my
Corn
question was
beef
very
stew.
important. I said you get the money immediately, 50K immediately. Yeah.
Does not come back. It's only
No.
once.
No, that's your. You know how
it's
like
once.
instead of a monthly salary, I mean, I'd have to give it to someone to give it back to me in
as
like
in,
monthly
you're
installment.
getting it to yourself all in full,
Tax.
Oh, right,
tax-free.
right.
tax free.
Oh,
No.
My
I got you. I get what you're saying. Yeah. No.
I can't put a deposit down because I'll have no money left.
You're right. So if that's the case, then
I'm
making.
renting the place for a year.
I wouldn't do that.
No, I would and try to make more money from the 50K.
So when you say renting the place for a year, what do you mean?
like a home or studio.
Like a
or-
I rent a studio.
Studio makes
Let's
sense.
say it's £1,000 a month. So I save 12K. So I take that out of my thing. I'm left with 38.
But 38, you can then actually put it into the actual.
Into my creating. So basically, that's my place. Because that's back to what I was saying, that my environment is very important for me when I'm creating. I create best in good environments.
Like bedroom.
But the bedroom has to be nice. Has to be therapeutic.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So
Nice salt lamp.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Candle, Jazz.
I saw one brother the other day. I walked past his apartment. I could see like you know the man that just leave their thing open.
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah, that man there. But anyway, he had like this lamp on his table, and he had like it looked like he was doing an NCIS crime investigation. but it wasn't. But I think he's probably like architecture or something. But
Right.
he's very like.
Oh, did they have like the T? What do they call those desks that you like raise?
With the light boxes,
And like the
angled. Yeah.
was it like angled thing?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
And you could just see that he was in his zone.
Oh.
And for a lot of people, that's not. I mean, especially in this cost of living crisis, that's not
Yeah.
actually something that's possible for us. Well,
Yeah.
it can be, but as in like, it's a privilege. It's not
Mm.
something. Do you know what I mean? So like, for example, that's what I'll do. Get a nice working space because I feel like the better your environment, the more money you're gonna make.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, I feel like maybe that. Yeah, but then you have to pay your student loans. Wouldn't the NI come for your money as well? You know what I'm
Tax
saying?
free.
Yeah, but it's tax free. But that doesn't mean that
If it's cash in hand, they
Also, no one can trace it. Untraceable.
No, I'm
It's
just
like
giving 50K.
untraceable.
It's untraceable.
I'm just giving 50K.
Oh yeah, nah. I think definitely like gonna put money into the business ideas, and buy all the equipment that
Yeah,
I need to kind of make it
exactly.
run. But the thing is, I feel like the smartest thing to do is make sure you provide a service ASAP. So whatever, if it's like buying something that other people might need, so that you can have a
Right.
service running
right.
alongside you, because 50K you can literally put 10K and buy, I don't know, something as random as like, I don't know, a laser cutter and buy it and then have people use that to
That's
do
true.
like a lot of like keys and
To be,
Mm.
to
all that
be
kind of
honest,
stuff.
I'll probably
And
open
then-
like a t-shirt printing service.
yeah, something like that.
It's a lot
Exactly.
of work, though, guys.
It is a lot of
Yeah,
work.
but
I can't lie.
50K, you make it back.
And then you can hire people
Yeah.
That's
to
very
do
true.
that work. But the thing is that you have
You
to have
don't see it.
clientele and all that. Yeah.
But if you get the best of the best,
Get into Haha, I'm joking.
And
I'm
to us-
joking.
Hey,
I'm joking.
Michael!
That was a
I'm
foul. That was a
joking.
foul
That was
comment.
that's a
very bad
dark joke.
yeah,
I can't believe what you just
Foul.
said.
Everybody,
You know
pay,
we can actually get cancelled for that.
pay
what you
your
just said.
interns. Anyways, Burns, you're gonna say something.
Threw you off, didn't he?
Yeah, that threw me off, man.
Yeah, he kind of put you in a dark place. I can tell.
Did I touch a spot?
Nah, not really.
His eyes rolled back. No, in a good way.
Funny.
You're annoying.
Anyway, I was saying that like I'll probably get the best of the best technology, and then yeah,
Best for the best. The best.
Creme de la
I'll
creme.
do a niche thing.
I hear what you're saying. No, I feel like
Hmm?
anybody who gets 50K
Oh.
would be like, you know, funny thing here. On Sunday, one of the ministers was preaching at church. He was talking about how, on average, it takes 6 weeks for a new experience to feel old. Yeah.
Oh.
So when you get that 50K,
It's what 15
6 weeks.
or 6 weeks.
For
Okay.
you to lose the feeling of like a new experience. For example,
Yeah.
maybe you get a new laptop. You're so excited. You're looking at all the like new things and the features. But 6 weeks is the maximum that you feel that feeling of like freshness and newness or whatever. So with that, I feel like when you get that 50K at the beginning, you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
And
But
you
then
lose
I
that.
feel like reality will strike, and then suddenly you realize, okay, hold on, I need to buy a car because I need to get transport. I need to get this and that. I need to buy food.
Apparently, creators
Insane.
don't need cars. They only need a tote bag and an Instacart.
Stop it! You know the amount of people that sent that to me.
You are kind of like that, you know. Yeah. If I think graphic design, I just think
Do you-
I live in zone 2.
I feel like
that doesn't
that
stop you.
that's in context of people that live in London
Yeah, of course.
because
If you
And
go
who
up
don't
north,
need the-
like
And
do
who
you
don't
actually
need the
need
Elizabeth line.
to what drive?
No, I would like to.
I mean, where I live, I have to drive. I have to drive. If not, you're gonna.
But it is so true though. But the most men that are creatives are living in zone 1, zone 2 places that they don't actually need to be driving because they would actually get charged.
yeah.
Think about
Yeah.
if man's living in Hoxton or Shoreditch or Hackney.
Mm-hmm.
Shoreditch. Why am I actually
Shop in the
you know what I
mall.
mean?
Yeah, nah, that makes sense.
Mm.
Hey,
It's interesting though. I feel like, what do you feel like is the perception of men in the creative industry?
the perception of men
Black men in particular.
Oh, gosh. I feel like
that we're all fake.
fake deep.
Yeah,
There
which
is like
is, which
a
is
running-
partially true.
Yeah, but I guess it all comes down to like our perspective on things. Like maybe some people do a bit of like English lit and they kind of just trying to extrapolate.
This guy is
like,
blue because he's sad.
yeah,
Type vibe.
yeah. But I don't know. I
I feel like something.
Sorry,
is
no,
coming.
I'm just thinking
Yeah.
of like so many things from people saying like, oh, you say I'm a creative, they're like, oh.
There's always a side.
I used to really hate the term creative, especially when I was on Twitter.
No, I'm the same.
I don't like it now.
I think I went through a
when,
period
when,
where
when
I
I
was
was, because okay, this is not.
I feel like it's too vague.
not to be disrespectul, yeah, but
Yeah.
there were some people that were producing really rubbish work.
Why are you doing? We can still hear it. we can still hear you.
I'm gonna be so honest because you have to be honest.
Oh, so you didn't want to be in the same caliber with them?
Are you gonna say names?
I'm not. No, I can't say names.
Okay.
I'll say names.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Beep. Please forgive.
You know,
But like, somebody will just wake up here one day.
slap creative in the bio.
Yeah,
Yikes.
and it's like, you know what I hate the most? You say you're creative and there's no work to show for it, and even what you got to show for it is trash.
It's actually so. I'm gonna sound so bad. It reminds me when I see model in the bio, and I'm just like,
You lot are really elitist, you know. You're really
No,
conservative.
no,
I'm
but you
deep-
have to-
you
I'm
know what
really
it is?
deep in,
I
like-
think-
I'm protecting it.
Protecting what?
and protective over the
Gate-
standard of the
So
craft.
basically, you're gatekeepers.
No,
Not
no,
gatekeepers,
but
not gatekeepers.
sometimes not gatekeepers in terms
Anyone
of like
can come in.
access. But I
No,
think
no.
I
Well,
no,
clearly
but
they can.
we talk about this between ourselves. Like I think it's important to like maintain a certain standard of
The
work.
standard has to be
100%. Like if you think about some things that we're a part of, that's something that we discuss a lot.
yeah.
I think that because it's a weird line between like claiming. I think especially in our generation, we're very big on like stating who we are, and like even if we may not be at the point of being an expert,
Yeah.
Mm.
We still
we
say it.
encourage ourselves and others to kind of like claim that title.
Mhm.
So I guess sometimes it's finding that line between claiming the title but actually like doing the work to back what
Yeah.
what you say you are.
I see what you're saying.
Because like how people do say like, oh, creative director, but like Burns said, where's the work?
That's
Yeah.
true.
But I look, this is my vibe recently.
Mm.
Is let people do what they want to do.
No,
Yeah.
people can.
And
That's
in
fine.
the sense that like I think sometimes I like you see someone and they'll be like, oh, what do you do? And I'll be like, because like nowadays I found it very, very weird or even difficult to express who I am. Because I don't like I've gotten kind of like rid of even the multi hyphenate thing. Because for me it's like I feel like it's too vague.
Right.
And like I'm trying to specify myself a bit more just for myself. Because sometimes when I even say I'm multi hyphenate, I get like, okay, but what actually are you?
Mm.
So it's like on what was it on Saturday there was a wedding and someone asked me, oh, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I'm a graphic designer. And they're like, oh, okay, so you design like on computers and stuff. I was like, yeah.
Where else would you design?
Well, there's traditional graphic designers who do type with
Yeah, yeah.
papers. And,
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. But I think when it's kind of like
I guess it depends on like where you are as well.
yeah. But
And, like,
if someone else were to come to me and say, oh, they're a graphic designer, I wouldn't question it. I wouldn't go, let me see your work, then justify.
Yeah,
if
but
you
most,
are.
most,
I
most
believe
people
you.
wouldn't. Most people wouldn't. I think what you were saying, Burns, more like when it comes to maybe presenting yourself online, let's say.
Right.
I feel like that happens probably more than
When
when
like
you
people just putting it in there, but like then say no
I
work.
feel like these days there's no quality check and people just feel like they can qualify something without actually showing for it and putting in the real work.
Isn't that because of how easy it is to build an audience though? So for example, I could
okay, I get what you mean.
I could have 200 followers but be quote unquote the greatest graphic designer. And someone could have
which happens.
you know what I'm saying 5,000 followers, but because they have a personality that is a bit more palatable or taken in or has a wider reach, so they're more of a graphic designer than I am.
No,
Like-
like no one's ever more than, but when somebody's just not good enough to be one.
Yeah, but in the eyes of everyone, like, fam, do you know the funny thing here? You go to someone and be like, yo, suggest, like, even if when someone on Twitter says, yo, I'm looking for the sickest graphic designer in the world to give me the best work.
Someone said, oh, but can you?
What can you pay? Yeah. But like
you
if you go into the quote tweets or the comments, you see people like atting people who aren't like the greatest designers, but they have a following, and because they're known, people are like, oh, that's the guy or that's the girl.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's a weird space to be in
It's
because
more,
as
people are more
designers-
they're promoting their bedrooms rather than promoting excellence.
nah, I know people who literally put people just because like
Yeah,
they
they're,
follow
they're bedrooms.
No,
Nah, they
but
don't have-
sometimes
I'm saying that,
not-
that's above their qualities.
deja vu. But yeah. But nah, like I just feel like sometimes people just say because this person is
I
the one
agree.
I know online.
that's who I'm gonna.
That's who I'm gonna recommend. And they might not know the person.
I think sometimes people, like for example, somebody I sent something like somebody tagged me saying, "Oh, they're looking for a UX designer," and somebody tagged me, and I was just there like, "I wish like I do."
yeah. You don't.
I don't know,
yeah.
but for him, from his perspective,
Designers.
you know, he probably thought, okay, like maybe Michael doesn't know like how to do this, and I'll just say, I actually have no idea how to do this, but I'll send it around and see, you know, what happens and stuff. But yeah, I agree. Like sometimes people, it's like the person with the loudest voice. Really, if you know that they're this thing, then you'll put them forward. But you know, there are loads of other people. Like I remember there's a graphic designer I follow who designs a lot of movie posters.
Right.
I'm trying to think of like really like classic movie posters. He did like a really good video on Vanity Fair breaking down either movie I think Marvel movie posters maybe.
Okay.
So like I found him, followed him. My guy only has like couple hundred followers.
Yeah.
But like industry wise,
people know who he is.
yo, I want to beg friend him so bad. But like
Drop him a DM.
maybe I should. But like like for example, maybe again within industry, people maybe like know them, not even maybe, they definitely know themselves.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, I guess, a wider audience, it's the same in like most other art forms as well. Like think about music. It's not always like the best musicians, let's say, quality wise.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Who are the most commercially successful or like the most popular and stuff. So I guess it's just one of those things with.
But with that, I feel like maybe that there is more of a quote unquote quality check in comparison.
Is there though? Because if we see a lot of the time when like people can see that you can get away with not being as polished, or I don't want to say as polished, but like quote unquote technically like the best at a certain thing, whether it be singing or rapping.
Yeah.
Then if other people can see like, okay, I can be successful just doing that, then a lot of people we've seen like just kind of follow suit and see that as their way of.
What is the last bad song you heard?
I feel like we've spoken about this.
Just so that I can kind of like equate it to like maybe like the worst design we've seen all week. Because I've seen some very bad design this week. But like I'm trying to think of the last time I heard a really bad song that was let's say popular. For example,
I don't listen to bad songs.
That's the thing.
Hey,
No, like that's
how
the
can
thing.
you tell if a song is bad if you haven't listened to it?
No,
I
but like
promise you.
when you curate your stuff, it's kind of hard.
It's
No,
very
the
hard.
reason I'm saying that how can you know is because you have to listen to then. So basically, you're trying to tell me that you never missed. You're so good at picking.
I'm saying I can't give it more than 10 seconds.
No, but you listen to it.
I can't listen.
Wait, nah, but this is
let me put it like this. There's certain genres that produce trash music.
like
Oh, specify
It's gonna be tough.
because this
Alright,
could
let
go
me just say it.
Ooh.
UK
Ooh.
like hip hop
Ooh.
/ drill.
Ooh.
A lot of it is not good music. There's only 1 or 2 artists right now that are making good music.
Only 1 or 2.
I can't even argue that. I can't lie.
I think UK R&B scene is amazing.
Yeah, but doesn't get as much of the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool. They got their people. They're still making money, so that's cool for them.
Are they?
They are.
Yeah.
They're living with. I'm assuming they're living content.
I don't even mean that in like a rude way, but like
Yeah.
realistically, are they?
I mean, it's
because some
obviously-
people are really doing both, like 9 to
Yeah.
5, and then we do music
then-
after.
Do you feel like maybe the perception of how the UK hip hop scene, I guess, perceives it? So, for example, they wear chains or they've got a bust down.
Everyone's
or,
putting a
do you know what I mean?
persona on, like
most of them are broke.
yeah.
R&B, hip
Yo.
hop, most of them.
Especially if you're independent as well, all that money's coming
Yeah.
from you. It's
lot of
not.
people
It's
are
not a
chopping-
Warner
a lot of people are
Sony
chopping money.
situation.
But I just feel like the hip hop scene, you know what it is here now is like, as long as I've got a good like melody or like
Use a cheeky
a
sample.
catch, yeah. And samples they've been rinsing samples these days,
Yeah, but most of them don't work.
but they're still getting played too.
Exactly.
Like, you know, I won't mention their names. You can blur them out or beat them out. Yeah,
Ooh.
but
You don't even say it because I can't even bother to blur.
alright, cool. Alright, 1 second. Wait, 1 second. I can't disclose this one because
Why do we know the person?
no, it's a company.
Oh, it's a company.
No, these men that run this.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Never seen that.
Oh my god, that's massive.
Balegde.
No, that man.
Oh yeah. Nah, them man should have stopped making
And
doing music
you know what
related
is?
stuff for time.
Because they push that kind of music a lot.
Yeah.
it's now become the pop music. But the pop, they basically determine what's popular.
Right.
Additionally, that's what these people can do.
Mhm.
When it's on that platform,
Right.
trust me, it's gonna be playing everywhere. And I feel that they control the sound. That's why the underground stuff is what we like, because that tends to be the one that's more like, I don't know.
A lot more authentic and
Yeah, but that's with every generation. Like we always
No, but the thing is, we
like to grow with the music. Is what I'm trying to say.
back in the day, I feel like our music actually was quality though. For example, I remember on the radio, for example, like when you can use an example, but like, do you remember like Pharrell, Calvin Harris? It's very random. Calvin Harris, Justin Timberlake.
What? But these are American man, them though.
Calvin Harris.
You know what I mean? Like,
But
no,
even
like back in the day, he was
even
a lot
UK
more like UK. So
even
born in the 80s,
even
girls.
even N-Dubs back in the day. What?
well, you're a Nana Nine fan.
I don't know their lyrics off by heart, but they make good music. I could vibe to it.
I agree. Like the standard now, I'm
sorry.
You know what?
If
It's,
your song don't slap, it's not. No one's rating it back.
and
in the
other
days.
people probably tell you like it's
It's
shit.
just the fact that
Oh,
N-Dubs is
excuse my
the
French.
bar that we're going with.
No. Okay,
No, but okay.
Let me not use them.
Compare like an
Yeah.
N-Dubs with like certain groups that you may hear now, like especially like more underground or like that aren't as mainstream. Like, I get what you mean, Burns. There's a certain like level that
It's not hitting anymore.
it's not hitting. It's a lot more like, okay, let's just see what slaps or like what hits.
Let's just get old sample, and these samples are even less than 10 years old.
Yeah, come on, man. That's just nostalgia, man. Let's be real. Like half of the music from
But
back
that's
then
what I mean.
are trash.
It's a full.
Like, I'm sorry, we can't. I can't pretend that N-Dubs was making smash hits every.
No, we're
every-
not
no,
saying that, but we're saying at
Yeah,
least like there was like a.
There was one or two.
No,
like-
But no, there was
there
more
was
than one or
standard, there
two.
was a
But there was a.
standard.
Okay. Give me 5.
Alright, 1 second. Let me just get it out.
I'm so
Like
dry.
I said, I don't remember them.
That's fine. You
lyrics,
could take
but-
your time.
Alright,
Playing with fire. I don't know words. Don't know the name of songs. But obviously, my name's Shaniqua.
Playing
and
with
what?
fire,
Get your
I
hands
need
off of
you.
my baby.
I swear.
And everyone to see your face again. Sorry. Ouch.
But what I'm trying to say is that look at the music that we're mentioning, the songs here,
Yeah.
and then look at the ratio about how many songs they've actually dropped.
Mm-hmm.
You see that it's like literally like
But we
less than
didn't- we-
4% of the songs that they've dropped that are actually good quality.
I'm not gonna
to what
say-
we consider.
I didn't listen to like N-Dubs
Right.
too tough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But certain songs I know.
I just use an example because I don't actually listen to them like bare.
Yeah.
But
So
I'm
the
saying-
good ones is what we heard. So maybe
Yes.
they have because I've heard some bad songs.
I've just mentioned N-Dubs,
Right.
but I'm sure there's more. So even
100%.
remember Mr. Hudson, for example, back in those
It
days.
hasn't had a lot
Oh.
of misses.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, fair enough.
But would you say like that?
Dizzy Rasp,
He also had a lot.
But would you say?
no.
But
Dizzy
would
actually
we
has
say
some
the
bangers.
the standard of output, even though it was a bad song, maybe like the turd was a bit polished?
I feel like because the internet allows for more accessibility,
Yes,
that's why we feel like it's a lot of trash. But in reality, like the music back then was horrible.
No, it wasn't horrible.
Bro, it was horrible. It's just the good ones that we heard in the end because that was the good ones.
I don't think music back then was horrible.
Bro,
if
So-
we're being real, of course
there's a
there was
lot
like
of bad-
terrible
there's
stuff.
always-
There's always gonna be, but as in, I feel like there's more rubbish songs now than there was than ever.
but there's more songs now in general. So of
I don't
course
think
there's
so.
going to be more trash songs.
I don't think so.
There's definitely a lot more songs.
From
now than there
every
was. Like,
every
yeah,
day there's
every
a
day
sick,
there's
fam,
like
every day.
there's certain stats about like how many songs are like uploaded on Spotify alone,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
insane.
Like back
then-
then, people
okay.
couldn't even afford to even go studio to go and record and drop a song.
So it's more so now that we've got the platforms to produce people who can just do
Just
it.
we're just
But okay,
oversaturated
but-
with a lot of.
Oversaturated.
bad
Forget
stuff,
people making
I would
music. A
say,
lot of people
yeah.
making music. I'm saying the top of the crop right now.
Yeah.
Their music
That's
compared
a
to
good
the
way
crop
to-
back in the day
yeah.
is not the same.
So the top of the crop right now is like we're talking about people who are like, let's say numbers wise.
Let's
say, okay, so
let's
I'm
say
going back to
top 40 today
Yeah.
in comparison to top
It's
40
not the
back in the day.
same. It's not hitting the same.
Top 40 is kind of hard. I can't lie. There's a lot of bangers in there.
No.
That Harry song, that Harry
Yeah,
Styles,
Harry Styles.
What
Harry
song did he
Styles
make?
song.
As it was slaps.
As it was is so hard.
I've not heard it.
Bro,
Huh?
every single time I hear it, I'm like, who is this?
I'll listen
Holding
to
me
after the pod.
back.
Listen to after the pod. I've not
Gravity's
actually listened
holding
to
me.
that.
No, it,
But what I'm saying, like, even the
Really
top
good.
40, there are good songs in there. Don't get me, there's a few that I'll be like, yeah, how did you get in here? But
You remember? I can't lie. I just like this. There's song in it.
what song?
Remember Cover Drive back in the day?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That was good music.
But check the rest of the discography.
Yeah,
I know.
see some-
That's
some
what I'm
albums.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even that, I feel like even the one-hit wonders made amazing music. Now it's.
Oh,
Ooh, I was gonna sing the lyric, but let me.
I feel like I know what you're about to say as well. Damn.
You started, finish.
Nah.
Now you started. You have to finish.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
But we know anyway.
Because the thing, like the reason why I even brought that example up in the first place was just I was trying to compare it to like design. I feel like with design, because digital design. Let's be more specific.
Yeah,
Because digital design, I feel like there's less discipline in digital
100%.
design.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you say that with most like for?
I feel like with traditional like painting and stuff, like okay, don't get me wrong, I still see a lot of people who think they can paint, but it's horrible.
Wow.
But my point is that it takes a lot of discipline.
My guy said you paid money for equipment, but you're
Yeah, you
trash.
shouldn't have done
Wow.
But my point is, yeah, it's like I feel like there is more discipline in those traditional arts because like for you to invest in
it requires a certain technique. And stuff.
like getting the best paint, a canvas, a brush, getting like the inks, all that kind of stuff. It takes a lot of like you have to be serious. You can't. But nowadays, fam, anyone has an iPad, anyone has a laptop. You can download Photoshop or what's the Canva and it, like and you can call yourself a designer. Like it's that easy.
You know what's funny because for no, but his face because even like for example Canva, some people can't. There's still like a barrier to entry with like Photoshop, but then
Canva's hard though.
I need to use it more, but I don't. Obviously, I have Photoshop, so I'm never gonna use it.
I ain't using.
But it's like I
but
see people
some
use it.
Sorry.
Some people can make
I
some really
mean,
good stuff.
I don't
on
mind using Canva.
Cap.
Well, because you want to get sponsorship. Please.
Well,
Do you know?
I won't deny it.
Nah, we're good. But nah.
I'm joking. Adobe's magic.
Adobe all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like the quality that you're getting, bruv.
Yeah.
I think it's more so like even freedom of like I feel like Canva has a lot of restrictions.
It's too restricted.
But then to some people who may not
Understand how to
understand
it's
it
a good
fully,
way to get work
that can
in.
be such a huge thing
Yeah.
until you get to a certain point where like, oh, I actually can't do a lot of things on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good
I started
stepping
on
stone.
It's a $1 billion
before I
company,
started
guys.
on Adobe.
Yeah.
What, Canva?
Yeah.
So it's cheaper than the
Yes.
trains, yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
Funny enough, they've actually been advertising on the trains a lot.
Canva?
Recently. Yeah, recently they've been advertising
What's
a
a
lot.
coinkydink?
You know what's also funny?
Bless you.
I wanted to say this earlier with the train thing. The train guy, promoting the Elizabeth line. I said, this is
I mean,
crazy.
come on, he has no choice. He kind of put himself in that position.
No, it's not a bad thing for him.
Yeah.
It's an amazing. Look, Mayor of
Yeah.
London is paying you money.
I hope they
I'm
paid
sure
him
it's a
well.
healthy sum.
Yeah.
Oh,
It has to be if they. You know what? That 19 billion is never gonna like. I can't let that rest. That's ridiculous, man.
I would say, never mind. I was gonna say maybe like compare it to other prices of stuff.
Of stuff, anything. What the hell cost it 19
in terms
billion?
of like, if there's a redevelopment thing. I mean, how much was it? Was it for like the Olympic City?
What's 19 billion?
It wasn't 19 billion, but I'm sure it was like a couple hundred.
Olympic.
But that's my
And
point. You
then
can build a
gosh.
whole like Olympic park, and then the train is what's
Do you know
gonna
the
cost
initial
you.
plans
so
that they had for that Olympic
final
park
bill,
that didn't get finalized
was under $15 billion.
for Stratford?
Under 15 billion, and that's dollars, by the way, so it's probably less.
So like 10,
Let me check.
which is mad because again, and that's just Stratford.
Yeah, so
What
it's-
are
no,
they
so
using the
it
stadium
was
for
actually-
now?
Let's be real.
It's
These
not-
people are putting
yeah.
inflation
It was
rates on
it was
there.
9 billion.
They're pumping the money, man. They're
So the
pumping the money.
Olympics was cheaper than the Elizabeth line.
But they're also pumping the money.
What do you
There's
mean?
no way that money is like that's like overhead. They've added cost on
Probably,
cost. Like
probably.
because they know they charge like every designer know that like if you're charging a company, you're not charging them just a base rate. You're charging them
Overheads.
For all
you know what I'm
the
saying?
things that can
yeah,
go wrong.
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
wall
yeah.
and
And
stuff.
also
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if they're gonna do perpetuity and slap that in there, and that work is gonna be done forever and ever, or you're gonna have them insurance or whatever. Like all of that covers everything. So
That's
they're probably
that's very
slapping
mad.
a lot of things. And insurance alone to insure people putting their lives at risk in them kind of situation. Like with it's a lot of money. So I get it.
Yeah.
But it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know how we got back.
Yeah,
to
sorry.
trades.
I was just saying about like the whole like the influencer guy. It's funny how like they.
Oh, yeah.
He was used to promote that, but then I said that for a reason. Design. Okay, let's go back. Right. So design standard digital design.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was it.
yeah.
So I was saying that because there's more discipline in those traditional mediums. I feel like perhaps that's why there is less quality control.
mm,
Because let's be real, no one's gonna be sitting here saying, "Ooh, that's bad design, delete it." But if you're under like a master and they're teaching you in a class, and you're doing bad technique or bad blah blah, perhaps you might have someone tell you that can't run.
Yeah.
So like, and also like when the generation where everybody believes that they're the best at something, like you can't tell the next person that you're not that great.
But do you think that's a bad thing?
It's not a good thing, but I don't know if it's a bad thing either. It's just a thing of like people like you can't check anybody nowadays.
But sometimes you have to know yourself. I guess for me, I think that comes to a thing of like self-awareness because. But then again, it comes down to like what is your own personal like taste level? Because when you get into something creative, especially, you know the kind of things that you would want to make.
Yeah, where you're pulling from.
But it may take you a while to get to that level that you can then make that kind of standard of work. But you have an idea. We're
definitely not our best level yet.
Yeah, but we know the kind of things that like we see and we're like, oh, we want to make something to that degree.
Wait, with design, do you feel like you've done something that you're so proud of that is like that was a high for me? Because I sometimes I'm thinking now, like perhaps I've done something that I was really like, wow, okay.
I feel like we all have, but I feel like we're not content with where we're at right now.
Content?
No,
I would say content.
I feel like
I'm not content.
I can see how I can see what I can do a mad thing essentially,
right?
And I feel like I've not done that yet.
I agree. I feel like
is that barrier breaking that barrier that's irritating me because I know
you're never gonna
no.
No, I'm not saying that
because I know exactly what you're talking about.
But I'm saying it's not realistic.
No,
it is. It's very realistic.
It is,
bro.
Like
no.
I'm sure there are certain people. I'm sure when like I know we use music on this podcast a lot to like do comparisons and stuff, but like. When you've dropped a sick album or like for a project,
I don't think so.
I think so. Or when you've made something, especially like let's say a design studio, like they know when they've killed a branding project.
Yeah.
They know when they've made something and they're like, like this looks good.
But I don't think
and it's serving the purpose.
So the metrics I'm using is the fact that if you're not content now, you never be content. That's the first. That's why I'm starting.
I've created some stuff that I'm very proud of.
Yeah,
however,
that's my point. There's a however.
That's it.
Why is there a however?
Because I know
there's more.
Yeah, I know
of course there's more. But my point is that you using that as the thing to fuel your passion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not using that. I'm using what's in my head.
No,
right now in my head, I can see a mad thing, and I've not seen it yet.
I know. Exactly. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I bet you anything when you get to that point. Let's say you want to build like this multi-genre brand where you're doing everything.
Yeah.
You're gonna get there. You're gonna be like, I want to do something there.
No, you're right in that. But I can actually, I don't know. That is more. How can I put it?
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying this year? The reason why I'm saying this is because I know a lot of creatives who use that as the excuse. Oh, if I had the money, I could have made this madness.
Yeah.
And that's the excuse that they use. Like, I've got this crazy idea in my head, but I need. Bro, it's crap.
But it's not the same thing though. I think you can still aspire. I feel like you can.
For 10 years, you're like, no, when I get there, like, I'm gonna go. But you're not gonna get there.
Yeah, but I feel like I feel like
what?
No, but I feel like those are two different things. There's like
we're not saying we made it.
There's having the excuses that are stopping you from doing the thing, but then there's the desire to get to the level where you're like, ooh, this is.
Let me ask a question.
Okay.
So you have that idea in your head right now.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be a specific idea. I think sometimes
let's just say because Burn said he has in his head. Yeah. You don't have your
It's not that, but I feel like there's a certain standard that I want to reach with the kind of stuff that I make.
Close your eyes. Can you see it?
Yep.
Kinda.
I
Okay,
can see it physically.
Oh, spiritual. Highly spiritual. So both of you can see it, yeah. What does it take? Like, tell me the things that it takes to get there. Just tell me right now, because you can see it. You can literally see in your brain.
It takes 2 hours of my day every week.
Bro, come on.
No, but like.
No, missing my point. Okay. I'm missing my point. No, you can see the design in your head right now.
No, the design is involved, but it's some sort of creation.
But I'm saying you can see it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You're telling me that you can see it.
Yeah.
So what does it take to get there? You can't tell me it takes 2 hours because that's just experience and that's life. That happens. Yeah. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the fact that you have this idea of what it should look like right now.
Yeah.
Me, I don't have an idea of what it should look like. So maybe maybe that's why I'm being a bit biased.
But
'Cause
there's-
I'm saying I don't know what it's looking
I'm
like,
saying
but I know where I am right
there's
now.
a certain thing I want to achieve.
So you know it.
Yes.
What is it? And what is it going to take to get there?
I won't announce it.
Obviously
When I've
not,
done
yeah.
it,
But I'm saying like
yeah.
you're trying to
See
tell me that
afterwards.
is a thing where it's going to take 2 hours to get there.
as in, so are you by that? Do you mean it's just going to take more of your time in order to develop your craft? Because that's what.
dedication.
Yeah.
Okay, so no. The reason why I'm asking that is because I wanna. Let's say, you know how we go back to the 50K question.
Yeah.
If you have 50K, could that idea come to life? That's my
It
point.
comes to level without 50K.
So you're trying
But
to tell me
would
that
you say
you need it's time.
the 50K would help you to
It's
get there
time.
faster because you
Oh,
don't have
fast-
to worry about.
yes.
That's why he
Yes.
only has 2 hours in the day extra.
Yeah.
No, okay, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But what you're trying to tell me is that the only thing that's stopping you right now is time. Then why is that an issue? Like why is that? Because right now, if we're having these kind of conversations where we're like, okay, cool, like I want to get to this particular
No,
place.
I'm going to do it.
No, I know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
But the fact that you're like, you feel
God
like
willing, God willing.
but I'm saying that you're here sitting down. You're saying you feel like you haven't gotten there yet, but the idea is already in your head.
But I feel like it's,
I don't understand.
But I feel like
It's in your
no,
bro.
no, no,
okay, for
but-
example, yeah. Look, you know there's rice at home. When you get home, you can eat the rice. But you're here saying that, damn.
No, but
If I get this rice, yeah. But you know the rice at home, you can go and grab the rice when you're ready.
What
I feel
I'm
like
saying, what I'm
it's
saying is that I've
different.
not reached.
it's different. It's like, for
Let me-
example,
let me give you a good example. Yeah.
Give me a bad one first.
No, okay. Let's use a generic example. Yeah. An athlete, for example.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Thank
Let's say,
you,
like, yeah.
'cause
Let's say
that's what I
like
was gonna say.
a Michael Jordan, for example.
Yeah.
He wants to win. I don't know, the trophy or whatever of
Yeah.
that league or that cup or whatever
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. That is his goal. Once he's reached
Uh-huh.
that,
Then what happens?
someone can look back on his career and say, because when you become a legend.
Checkpoints.
No, you become a legend when you look back at your career and say, for example, Man City won the Premier League. A player can look back at the history of their playing football and say, yes, I won the Premier League.
Right.
That's something you can associate with your
So
name.
you feel like someone like Jordan is sitting down and thinking, I want to win seven cups in the rest of my
But
life.
as in, even winning one, even MVP, whatever, even winning that.
But he starts from the one.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I've not,
but the work that you have to do to get to the one,
Yes.
is that's something in
But
itself.
he's not
You don't
sitting
just
down
arrive.
thinking about getting to the work.
But that's not what he's saying. He's
I'm
necessarily.
not saying
doing.
that's what he's saying, but I'm saying that, for example, if you want to get from A to B, you don't think about getting to B. You think about A first,
Of course.
and then as you're going, you're like, okay, now I'm at B. But I'm saying that if you're saying that you have this finalized idea of where you should be,
But it doesn't
By the way,
necessarily.
this
whole
fin-
life-
this
all
finalized-
because it's a
this
finalized idea doesn't mean
It
it's
ends.
like
Last idea.
concrete.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah,
mean that
yeah.
it's fully
okay, we should have
formed.
started with that because the way you
Yeah.
lot were saying, that was
No,
when you
I'm
that's why
not-
I asked to close your
No, no,
eyes
no,
and
no.
imagine, and you were very
I think,
certain.
I think you're thinking
I-
of it like, oh, I'm going to do this idea now, finish the rest of my life.
This is what I'm saying. That's what I thought you were
No,
saying.
man.
Like for me, it was more like there's a certain like level. Like for example, when I look at certain designers, I look at Paula Shear and I look at like her work with this theater called The Public.
Yeah, yeah.
And I see because I've got the book 25 years at the Public. So I see all of that work over 25 years. And for me, I see a certain standard of work that I'm like, oh, this is like amazing, especially seeing what she's done with Type.
Yeah.
I look at Michael Beirut, also from Pentagram, and I look at some of his like rebrands.
And you feel like right now,
I have not made something for myself personally.
none of your work is even
Not,
as her
I don't
least.
think that's at that standard where I'm like, okay, I feel like I've visually communicated something so
We're
clearly,
still in training.
so effectively. Exactly. So like, I
Yeah,
feel like
I don't feel like that at all.
I feel like
Really?
really.
But then, okay, now maybe we put it like this. I don't know if there's a correlation because me and Michael didn't do traditional as in design degree. Do you think that's why?
That's why what?
For example,
That's why you don't maybe think.
yeah, you feel like already like because for us, I feel like
Because don't get me wrong.
we're coming in from a point of like we're not even meant to be in this.
so you feel like you have something to prove type thing?
not prove,
But
as
maybe
in-
within ourselves, because I
yeah,
think
within ourselves.
that,
Yeah,
that's one thing I tell. Like I know, as Burn says,
Yeah.
talks to himself. Me too. Like I'll be like,
Yeah,
sometimes
y'all
I feel
niggas
like sometimes I do feel like I have a certain like chip on my shoulder because I'm constantly thinking, what don't I know? Because I haven't formally gone through that
Yeah.
process.
But
So-
that's what I'm saying. Like it just sounds like
but not to say that I don't think I'm a bad designer.
No, of
but
course
I know
not.
like personally, there's a certain level that I would like to reach. I'm not saying that I will stop then when I'm at that level, but I will feel like, wow, okay, like I feel like I'm fully like, I don't know, creating to the level that I'm satisfied with. And I know in order to get there, it requires a lot of work to that point. Obviously, you can still
I hear-
make
I hear
stuff
what you're
along the
saying,
way.
yeah.
That's great and amazing. And I probably, who knows, maybe this year I could make something that could satisfy me in the sense of like,
I've hit a few checkpoints.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that from what both of you are saying, it sounds like you're not recognizing how far and how much.
Oh no, I know how
No,
far
no, no,
I've
I
come.
know,
No,
I know how
almost
far I've
definitely
come.
But my
Yeah.
point is that the fact that maybe perhaps it's so like it's like almost like that it's not enough. It's not enough though. It's good, but it's not enough.
No. We're not saying it's not enough, but we're excited for the future because
Yeah,
we know we can do a
Nah,
matter.
yeah,
Yeah.
but look, hear what Michael was saying.
Yeah,
Michael was saying that he looks at Paula Scher's work, for example,
Yeah.
and it's like there's my work's nowhere close to any of this.
Yeah.
But
It's
that's
not.
mad.
No, but like,
That's madness to me.
but it's okay.
I hear what he's saying though.
What is he saying?
In a
Explain
sense
to me,
of,
'cause
like-
I'm trying to understand.
Maybe there's not a project that he can look back on and say, guys, by the way, this is something that I can slap in a book.
What is that? How you feel?
No,
you
but
have some visual art here that it's fantastic, but maybe in your mind you're thinking, wow, I could actually do better.
Is that how you're
and that's
feeling?
the thing. I think it's like I know I can do so much more.
No, but are you trying to tell me that there's
No,
all
I'll
of-
definitely put stuff in the book. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy with.
we all
but,
have stuff.
But
in the
again,
book.
this is the difference
we
between
all
like
have stuff.
my own personal work and like design work. In my own case,
I haven't gone
are
hard
different.
enough, man.
Personal work, I'm quite happy with, but I even know then like the stuff that I'm sharing like now, I'm just like I know I can do I know I definitely do a lot more stuff. I have a lot more like crazy concepts that I want to try,
Yeah.
but I will get to that. Design wise, I feel like I have made some really great stuff. But again, when I look at like when I think of the things that I'm naturally drawn to, when I'm always looking at like case studies and projects, and I'm like wowed by how they've like used this as inspiration to carry out this brand project or this identity system and how they built it. Or like
the thinking
I
behind
look
it is
at,
very
or like I
yeah.
look at like something like the
Yeah.
Netflix logo, for example. The little animation. Like
Yeah.
I saw the case study about how that happened and how the lines of like the end when you like go into it for that transition.
Yeah.
They literally just got like loads of films and they created a spectrum out of that, and that's what leads the animation.
Which,
so I look at
which makes sense.
However,
but-
one thing I will say as a disclaimer, with a lot of these things, there's a massive team behind it.
100%. So I think
I feel like- I
that's
feel
another
like-
part of it as well.
And you're putting that pressure on yourself.
No, but you know what?
Which is-
That's
we,
not
we,
realistic.
we are learning
But
as
I
creators.
know,
We are still learning.
and plus, when you do that with a team, of course, it's a collective
you're gonna
effort. But
make a
you'll
mad
be
team.
like, wow, okay, like this is what we were able to like accomplish together, and I was a part of that.
Yeah.
Whether I do it with someone, whether I do it with a team of one, I would like to get to a point where I've made a project. I'm just like, ooh, like
Because the thing is, maybe perhaps what Burns was saying about the whole going through like studying design in a more traditional form.
yeah,
Maybe that has the part to play. Because
Right.
I remember having this conversation with one of my tutors about rejecting your masters and
Okay.
how when you study all your masters to reject them, that's
Mm.
the whole point of you studying them.
mm,
And if you don't reject them, you always try to chase what your master
right,
has placed as the goal, or this is the pinnacle of the greatest thing in the world. So that's not like for me, it's a bit concerning because I think I in my head rejected that idea of like for example, I remember when we used to do case studies and we'll have to look at other designers, and then I remember when we got to masters, like we still did that, but we were allowed to argue and say
Right.
this isn't good, or this is great and this isn't good.
Mm.
And for me, it was a big shock because like I've gotten used to the from secondary school kind of like these are the grades and I'm trying to do something, and these are the grades I'm trying to do something too. Now it's like, okay, now scrap all of that. You can actually argue. And I've been in my back of my head, I'm like, some of this is not great, but because they say it's great, I'm just gonna accept as like it is what it is, isn't it? But then I think from that point for me, I just kind of like thought, okay, what I'm doing with all my mights. Like, yes, there are going to be some times where you're like, okay, I could have done more.
yeah,
But for the most part, there's more of you doing all your might than there is more of like, there is you just trying. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I'm doing just tests, I'm putting my all, I'm trying to make sure that this is like the best thing I've done right now.
right.
So that's what I'm saying, like, it's weird that I'm like, you guys are saying that,
But I
like,
guess
you have
maybe-
a vision of what it should look
Yeah.
like, but you're not I
Yeah.
don't want to say you're not trying to do that right now, but that's why
I
why
guess,
I'm like,
I guess for myself, I would say that it's a mixture of aiming to do that,
Right.
and then when I'm in the middle of it, it doesn't necessarily work out the way that I desire to get to that end goal. That I'm really
so you
happy
have the
about.
idea, but maybe it doesn't.
But I'm still
translate.
trying to like work out that path to get it to that level.
Right.
I
That's
very
years
much
of continuously like, because I remember I think my friend sent me a video of this barrister in France,
Mm.
and essentially he made like really cool art on the coffee.
Yeah.
And then I think somebody asked him, why does he charge so much for a coffee? I don't know how much he charged, but let's just say he charged £15 for a coffee. He's like, because it took me like 20 years to learn how to do this. Do you know what I mean? So that's why he can create at that certain level. And I feel like right now we're in that period of learning, perfecting our craft to the point where we make a mad thing in a few years' time.
Yeah, but he was still selling the coffee.
Pardon?
He was still selling the coffee. Like, he was trying his best every time. He still sold the coffee.
Yeah, but we are still trying our best every single time. But I feel like we are
You
not.
feel?
It depends.
Just the reason why I'm saying, I'm pretty sure both, like, including myself, we have works that we started but we never put out. But he sold every coffee. He didn't throw out the coffee.
Maybe he but
Nah, you
we don't
can't-
know
you
that
can't-
for
you can't
sure.
do
I'm
that.
sure he definitely discarded some, like, oh crap, didn't work out this time. I
I
have to
can't
do
do
it
it to my
again.
man.
Yeah, but then he did it right. Like, for example, there's a customer right there.
But-
They asked for coffee. You want to do
But
love
then
hearts.
but
the love heart didn't come out. It looks
but
like
we
a
don't-
bum. And then you're like, you know what? I need to do a coffee again right there
No,
and then to
but-
fix it.
But we don't know, maybe in certain instances, because I'm sure he didn't start charging £15 straight away. It might have been a gradual thing. He might have had times when he didn't necessarily sell the coffee until he got to a certain level that he was like, okay, now I can start selling it for this. Maybe it was like, okay, let me start off with like a simple flour, sell at this price. And he maybe afterwards, maybe at home or on the side, he was trying to do other stuff. I feel like sometimes
I hear what you're saying.
that's how it may happen that way.
I hear what you're saying.
But
no, there's no but per
Okay.
se.
It's maturity as well.
I'm trying to put them two together in
Right.
my head where it's like I get what you're saying. It makes 100% like sense. But it's just weird, like thinking that someone isn't like is hoping to see the more finalized version.
I'm not hoping. I just want better.
Okay, okay, that's what I'm saying though. It's like it's such a, especially in the black community, we have that thing, that syndrome of, oh, we can do better, we can always do better. But the thing is that, what if right now what you're doing is your best, and what you need to do is perhaps refine what you have right now,
Well,
as
think-
opposed to saying, okay, like this isn't my best work, so it's not my best work. So, because what happens is that maybe because you think this isn't your best work, you're not gonna put your all into it,
no, but
as opposed to
I don't feel like I understand what you mean about like you just be like, what's the point of me? Like,
Yeah.
But even from both of us, I feel like what we're saying, we don't have that because we desire more. So it's like I think that desire alone shows that we want to grow, that we're not satisfied with the level that we're at because we know that we want to.
but you genuinely feel like you will be satisfied at one point. That's what you're
100%.
saying.
I just feel like there's I think there's the design thinking.
Yeah.
I think that's something I'm trying to really develop more these days. So Jamal, earlier, I think last podcast and even before we started recording, like I was saying how like, okay, if you want to be a great designer, you have to think, what does a great designer do?
Yeah.
What does a great creative do? That's what I'm trying to do right now. So for example, I'm trying to listen to more, I guess, conversations about how people create.
Yeah.
For example, books or going to more galleries. Do you know what I mean? So like I'm doing those things which will in what I guess in a year or 2 years time you will see the fruits of that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? But I just feel like I've identified that I'm not good in a certain area and I want to improve. And I feel like once I improve, I'll get better.
Once you improve, you get better.
Sorry. Once I improve, you will see
Overall,
overall you'll see the improvement.
But you feel like you're putting in your best right now.
I feel like I'm beginning to.
Okay.
I feel like
I think maybe that's where, like, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying, but do you feel
My
like you're putting
best?
your best right now?
No.
I feel like the same
Like,
energy
all you can.
the same energy I had
No.
and the motivation I had when I started. When I started, I was proper on it.
Yeah.
Now I feel like cause I've reached, and it's a privilege in the sense of I now work in creative industry.
Mm.
So it's like now I've got into that bit where I'm like, okay, cool, I'm settled now.
Yeah.
Let's start back up again,
Okay.
basically. And I feel like now I'm feeling more like charged up to go
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
I,
Okay.
I guess it depends on where you work, because
Yeah.
in certain like jobs you can't necessarily make your best because there's like constraints or there's
Oh,
like
right,
things
yeah.
that you
Red
can
tape,
follow.
yeah.
Exactly.
So I feel like that's why for me, I'm definitely not making my best work just because of like the certain conditions. I'm trying to make the best with what I'm given,
Yeah.
but that isn't my version
Your
of
version,
my
yeah.
best.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
That part makes sense.
And I think for all of us, we're not just designers like that work for a corporation, but we're artists in the sense of like we have to create stuff that can be used
Mm.
or can inspire people.
Mm.
So I feel like when you're not producing that kind of work, that's when you start to feel a bit like, yeah, I'm not really doing my thing right now.
Oh, you're laughing, but it's actually true.
No, it's very like
Because we think we can change the world, didn't it?
yeah.
But I don't think I'm changing. I don't think I can change the world. But
I gave up after the Kendrick album, like I said last week. I
we are
genuinely
not your
did.
saviors.
Maybe it's better because I still feel like I can.
No, I genuinely like after I've listened to the album so many times, and I'm just kind of like, he's right. There is no like there actually isn't like I just need to be. I need to do my best every day, and that's all I can do. Like there's nothing else. There's genuinely nothing else I can do but be the best I can like every day. After that, everything else I leave to God and like because like what can you really like imagine putting so much pressure on yourself to be the best so that you can be an example to the rest of the world.
It's not just
and change your generation.
I can't lie.
You want to be the the poor whatever.
I enjoy
Warhol of your
I
generation.
enjoy
Like,
making
fam.
good work. And I find satisfaction and enjoyment and pleasure in making good work. That's it for me.
I think I'm going to the point where I just want to have fun.
Yes, but that's it. Having fun. You have fun. You have pleasure in doing those things. So when you're creating, you're just enjoying yourself. Like now these days, when I design, I'm actually just maybe I'm watching something or listening to something or dancing to music, whatever. But I'm enjoying myself, man. I didn't enjoy.
Still want to change the world.
Change it, brother.
Maybe it's complex.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Change
but
it, young
You
brother.
need to see a therapist. But no, I feel like if I feel like changing the world comes along
100%.
It's
not
a
like
byproduct as
yeah.
opposed to
It's not like I'm like, oh my gosh, this piece is gonna
But people do that,
like.
and that's why we have so.
something.
And
Not
that's why
like
we
that,
have so
but-
many issues now, like in the art community. It's because people think that the work they're doing, like they actively want to do something that will answer questions.
But isn't
If
that
they don't have that desire, would they create their best work?
yeah? Because I feel like sometimes that is okay as like a motivating
motivation.
factor.
But it's not. It's not.
It's not realistic, but
It's
the
not an
craziest
everlasting.
people,
It's not an everlasting thing.
the craziest
It's not
people
an
you need to think the most maddest. So like we also about Kanye, but Kanye says the most maddest stuff. Massa wants to buy the world. I want to be the king of the world.
How's that working out for him?
No, but he's what?
My guy is
What?
No, but the reason I'm saying that
How's
is
that not working out for him?
now, hear me,
Yeah.
because his real, like from what I'm seeing,
Yeah.
his desire was to make things easier from his perspective. As like he was growing up, he didn't have this, he didn't have
Yeah.
that, so he wants to do that
Yes.
and
And
reflect
he has done
reflect
that.
his. That's all he's doing. He's not doing anything else apart from that. He's reflecting what he wants to see in the world.
yeah.
That's it. But he's not trying to
No,
solve.
but he has achieved a lot.
Nah, but that's a byproduct.
but yeah.
That's a byproduct.
But
He-
I agree with
he
like
could have flopped.
he may not have necessarily like solved the world's problems.
What problem has he
But-
solved? He's been saying he wants to solve the ball problem for time. Easy. When was
Okay,
it solved?
Sometimes when you set yourself a checkpoint that's too realistic, you end up not achieving that much. When you set a checkpoint that's far beyond what you can actually achieve.
But that for him was realistic to him.
yes, but
Yeah,
of
it
course,
was. It was.
human being
But
can't do that.
same with other people. Like I feel like okay, I was gonna say Michael Jordan, but I think he was just more focused on like being the best in the sport.
Sport.
But
That was literally it.
is that not a bold claim in itself to
That
be
is
the
bold.
best in
That's
in,
crazy.
in a
No, but
sport?
He wants to be the best.
Yeah.
Best version of Michael
Mm.
Jordan. And
But in all-
the best
and-
version of Michael Jordan looks like the best version of like any basketball player in terms of like, okay, for me to be my best, it looks like me being the best when I'm on the court. I'm better than everybody.
But in order for
That's
for that to happen,
You have to think about
my guy had to like change his team in order to fulfill that role, like to reach that goal.
But it was still a very it was
It was- it was
it wasn't
thing,
a,
but-
let me do it for the team and let's win.
No,
He was like, nah, I'm trying to-
It was an eye thing, but in
Yeah.
order for him to win,
He had to feel
his
like a
team had to
madman.
pattern up, and he had to
Yeah.
change his like the
Like,
whole thing
I
in
think-
order for it to best serve him. So like,
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is that now I've lost my train of thought.
No,
what I'm trying to say is like,
yeah,
okay, for some people they, let's say the whole change the world thing.
yeah,
Some people feel like they can create things that can create conversations
yeah.
that will help with that goal of change the world. What I'm trying to say with the Michael Jordan thing is that even though it's different because it's him,
Yeah.
he made changes in order to
Accommodate his
that
side.
goal,
Yeah.
which then as a result changed the game in itself, which you could say is a world.
I hear you, but it was never his intention.
Mm.
He was just trying to be the best him.
Mm.
That's I guess maybe my point.
I think he's trying to be the best basketball player ever.
Yeah, same.
I can't say.
I
can't say,
generally
but
feel
fair
like the
enough.
people that are achieving the most are people that have, and it can be arrogance, but I think they've thought of themselves as great.
Main character syndrome, like I was saying.
Mm.
But I don't think they're thinking about, oh, I want to change the world, quote unquote, for the better. They want to have a selfish impact in the world. That's what I'm trying to say. Perhaps that's different from, I want to change the world. I don't care if it takes my life away, blah, blah.
But like-
They're thinking like, nah, I want people to look at me and think I'm the greatest, but I don't want to be the one who's just kind of like, oh, he's just the greatest by chance or whatever. Like they want to say, this is me, I did it, I did this, and I did that, and I became the greatest. I. As opposed to, like, Kanye's the same thing. It's I.
Yeah.
Elon Musk, I. It's like, I don't think people are thinking like, oh, let me change the world in a more, I don't know, diplomatic or more, it's not like that. I don't think so.
Interesting.
Still want to change the world though.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in to today's episode of Rule of Thirds. Feel free to share your thoughts with us using the hashtag Rule of Thirds Pod. And for more from us, follow us on Instagram at Rule of Thirds Pod, or our personal accounts for myself, Burns JNR,
Mike at _ man like Mike.
And Jude at Kente Kwame.
Catch you guys in the next one.